Olubadan.
Yeah.
And agreed to take the
beaded crown.
The beaded crown. I only have a question for Baba Ladoja. Why did he stay, against that policy this long? I mean, I would have loved to know why he opposed that policy for this long. Up until the point where we now saw that in the Gazette, only people with beaded crown can emerge as the Olubadan of Ibadan.
I mean, there was the report from the Punch newspaper saying that a palace source said that if High Chief Ladoja had failed to accept the crown, it may consume him, God forbid. In the Olubadan succession line, Ladoja is next in line, but some sought to undermine him using the beaded crown. Thank God he had agreed to accept it.
I don't think it's about undermining him. The reform, changed a particular clause in that law. And so that clause that was changed was that only those with beaded crown can emerge as the Olubadan.
And we know that Baba challenged it strongly. Yeah.
But he said that people prevailed upon him not to stick to his guns. It was good that he changed his mind because, that would have been trouble in the future.
Yeah.
You can call us now. We want to hear your thoughts and be part of our conversation right now. It's still Splash 105.5, your integrity station, 0706 949 3000, 0701 447 5770. These are the numbers you can call, and let's have your thoughts. Good morning.
0809-155-1055. And we're still live on Facebook. You can join us on Facebook as well.
Okay, so someone is on the line.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ibukun and Oluwaseun. My name is Seti Abodun from Massachusetts.
Welcome.
I think Nigerians should stop asking their president to talk when the president does not want to talk. The truth is that if you force your president to talk and there is no truth to talk, what we have will be lies or irrelevancies. Concerning Baba Ladoja, Baba Ladoja has seen the handwriting on the wall. Nobody is begging him, though he claims some people prevailed on him. But I'm sure he was faced with reality. And that's why he decided to shift the ground on the sword. So he knows that anything can happen, at any time. And if he insists, he is the last man, is the only man that is opposed to what is going on. And anybody that says he does not want to change with change, he will get into trouble. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What he was referring to, he says, the original version stated the person who may be proposed as a candidate by the line, whose turn it is to fill a vacancy in the office of the Olubadan shall be the most senior high chief in that line. That was the former Gazette. But now he said, Section 4 of the amendment titled New Olubadan Chieftaincy Declaration replaced the most senior high chief in that line with the most senior beaded crown Oba in that line.
Jokola Adidolapo on Facebook says, on Ladoja, if you refuse to change will catch up with you, I think you mean, and you won't have a hiding place again.
Hello.
Hello, Kashin.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Kashin. Good morning, Mr. Boko. Thanks for the church. Yes. No, that was a very good speech from the president. We read out of the achievements his administration have achieved since he came on board. I think they are quite commendable. But he did not tell us about agriculture, what he did about all the investments.
I thought they are importing tractors, and they have had a plan with the governors to have some lands put together for cultivation. You mentioned it.
Plan. What I'm saying is, if he had hit the ground running in agriculture, he will not be running by now. If you look at Burkina Faso, when the junta came on board, he hit the ground running with agriculture. So that's what I expected him to do. If he had done that, he would not have been hungry by now. Then secondly, the major reason I was against him was it's extravagant lifestyle with the ruling class. You see, when they removed the subsidy, I expected that thing will, at least, it would push most of those income from the subsidy to the masses. But instead, he was pushing it to the ruling class, which was quite unfortunate. Take for example, giving the vice president 22 billion for renovation of his residence, buying new cars for the legislatures. No, coming to the masses side, we are talking we want to give students loans. Why do you want to give students loans? These are the people we're supposed to encourage to be great citizens tomorrow. And saying you want to be giving them loans. So I don't even know how they pay back the loan. So the way it was, the kind of extravagance he was showing to the ruling class. Let me round up. You have to go. So I'll round up now. Let me round up, please. So the kind of extravagance he was showing to the ruling class, I expected him to show the same to the masses. So if you now start showing that to the masses, and then we will know he's the president for the masses. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone who has been part of this.
We do appreciate every single comment, even though we may not be able to take any more.
My name is Olubadan Crown. Nigeria and Nigerians survive.
Amen. Fire. I am Ibukoluwa Olagunche. Good morning.
Right, welcome back. This Tal Splash 105.5. We are promoting right values here. The Integrity Station at the Palace, White Palace in Felele. Welcome. My name is Oluwaseun Omakinola. I'm happy to be back on duty as a 5th day in the month of August. So by next month will be the Ember month.
And just like that, 2024 is just rolling out, bowing out. Wow.
But why did we say?
Lots of busy. Princess Ibukoluwa Olagunje reporting for duty. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us.
In the palace, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Welcome. So, let's kick off. We have few issues that we want to look at, and we'll just look at them very quickly. But the major one is the president's speech. A lot of people have been saying that Mr. President should speak to the nation, and so right now we want to take your thoughts about this speech. Now, here is the focus. It's not all gloom and doom. There are some points of that speech that I love to push ahead. He started off by commiserating with those who lost their lives during the protest, and also saying the protest took a turn that they had envisaged it was going to take. Like some hoodlums were going to take advantage of the protest. However, why did we have the protest? It was because of failed promises, wasn't it? But before I go to that protest, let me play you something the president said 9 years ago. When he was speaking about
for subsidy,
the low-cost years of the PDP, and how the APC is working on a hope for the people, and how the nation have been destroyed. So listen to this thing he said 9 years ago, and then let's start from there.
Our promise.
Very well, sir.
We are just 2 years into that promise, compared to 16 years that they took over, that they could have made the changes. Yes, they are working on the electricity. Without electricity, there could be no industrialization and explosion of employment opportunity for our people. I remain in the party because we will retool this party. We will retool this government. A damage of over 60 years and 16 years of misgovernance cannot be turned around overnight. Let's hang on to hope. There's nothing more effective that can drive you, better than hope and belief in a positive tone.
So the president is saying,
he said we
should hang on to hope 9 years ago.
Sorry.
And then
I had a mental picture of a rope.
hanging on to hope. And then 9 years after, he's preaching renewed hope to us. Now, so here is how he started his speech yesterday.
Hello, Nigerians. I speak to you today with a heavy heart and sense of responsibility, aware of the turmoil and violent protests unleashed in some of our states. Notably, among the protesters were young Nigerians who desired a better and more progressive country where their dreams, hope, and personal aspiration will be fulfilled. I speak to you today. I am especially pained by the loss of lives in Borno, Jigawa, Kano, Kaduna, and other states, the destruction of facilities in some states, and the wanton looting of supermarkets and shops, contrary to the promise of protest organizers that the protest will be peaceful across the country. The destruction of properties set us back as a nation, as scarce resources will be again used to restore them. I commiserate with the families and relations of those who have died in the protests. We must stop further bloodshed, violence, and destruction. As the president of this country, I must ensure public order in line with the constitutional oath to protect the lives and property of every citizen. Our government will not stand idly by and allow a few with a clear political agenda to tear this nation apart. Under the circumstances, I hereby enjoin protesters and the organizers to suspend any further protest and create room for dialogue, which I have always acceded to at the slightest opportunity.
So the president said that we should suspend the protests, and that, you know, that he's always ready for dialogue. By the way, the speech I played earlier was 7 years ago, not 9. 7 years ago. So the president said that he felt the pain of the people. He was sad that lives were lost. He also said that we will use our money to repair the things that have been destroyed. And I agree with him that things should not be destroyed. He said that we should suspend the protest and create room for dialogue, as it were.
My big question would be, have there been instances where Nigerians, even labor leaders, have resisted requests or invitation for dialogue? No. How far has the dialogue taken us as a country? That's the big question that I have. But then it is commendable that even though it was calling for the end of the protests across the country, it wasn't in any way trying to say that maybe Nigerians do not have the right to protest. It was just saying that there should be room for more dialogue and, people should shun violence. Yes, that is commendable. But my big question would be, how far has dialogue taken us as a country? Yeah. In a country where, I'll still go back to October 2023, the things that were outlined when the labor leaders met with the presidency are yet to be implemented. They are part of the things being outlined, the CNG buses, the conversion centers that he touched on while he was speaking on Sunday. These are the things that one will look at and say that, yes, dialogue sounds amazing, just like the ideas that he pushed to the fore while he was talking. But how far have they actually brought us?
Okay, so that's one major issue that we are bringing up today on the program. So we want you to speak to them. Now, another thing he said that really also got me, excited a bit was when he mentioned issues around those who are manipulating the narrative of protest against ethnic groups. Listen.